Ooh, hello, people. We got people here. All right. Banana. Just looking at the wonderful comments here. Banana. Bananas are quite appealing. All right. Hey, guys, welcome in. Wonderful live watch party. We're just hanging out. There's a little bit of news here. Well, not really, but the news is coming. So we thought, really thought stuff was going to happen today based on this Netflix Geeked week and the schedule they laid out. But apparently, so it's going to be happening on Friday. Now, Friday's video game day. We'll get to that in a second. Thank you, everyone. John Wells, hey, man, thanks for stopping in. I see you, you in the videos commenting and such. Let's go. Jackie, hi-yo, I'm in. So we got a few people in here. So I was going to talk first real quick. I don't know if Cobra Kai Kid is in here. He'll say something if he is, if he drops in. So I was going to say, first I put you the goat, man. Thank you. Real quick, if you saw my Instagram, here I put up on Instagram real quick, that, a shot of Kyler. So, in the Cobra Kai gi, it's gotten quite a few likes already, more than I've gotten recently. So, this picture, though, just so you know, is not necessarily from the show, although I don't know when he filmed this. If that was like just given to him as a gift or that's actually his costume. Because, so where it's from, so people just know. And I wrote on Instagram, not necessarily a spoiler, because where this picture is from, so people know, I want to show you right here. So this is Cameo, Joe's Cameo page. He has a cameo and it's just like a little video where he's literally just kind of like pitching himself. So he has this public. And
hey, Daryl, happy birthday, my man. I am so thrilled that, you consider me as your one and only favorite character on the show. But you know what? I'm not so surprised because I think Kyler is my favorite too. Without Kyler, there will be no Cobra Kai.
So this is just,
so you're welcome.
Him kind of in the costume pitching. So I don't know, like, we don't know when he filmed this. Did he film this while they were shooting it or something? Or was he just like given this gi as a gift or something and he filmed it then? I don't know any of that. So we can't say for sure. Of course, it's a spoiler, but it would make sense that Kyler may be in Cobra Kai for the tournament. So it's not really like unexpected, even if it is a spoiler. So Kyler looks like he's 35. Interesting. But just so you know, so that's where the picture came from. That if you see it around, because definitely, I mean, I posted it on Instagram. It's getting some traction, so you see where that's coming from. And okay, so but moving on. So Friday, real quick, I'm going to show you guys. This is Friday. Okay, if you see Geeked Week. We're closing out Geeked Week with Netflix's new titles inspired by the games you love. This is why none of us thought Cobra Kai would be on Friday, because Cobra Kai is not based on a video game or a game of any kind. Join us for news, exclusive trailers, game announcements, and much more, blah, blah, blah. But apparently, since they didn't do it today, let's see, Thursday is anime and animation. So Friday, it looks like, is the day it is. Apparently, that leaked. I don't think it's getting a trailer. In fact, someone's like telling me, no, I know for a fact it's not a trailer. I don't think it's a trailer just because the season, the post-production's not done yet. Maybe we'll be getting a release date. Yeah, Wilco CK, what's your prediction? Well, hopefully we'll get something. I'm thinking fourth quarter. So we heard from the CEO fourth quarter, and I doubt anything would have changed since then from the fourth quarter. So I'm thinking we may get a release date. We may get a release month. if you've looked at what they've done so far, and Bean Nindo, thank you for the sticker. They've given out like release dates. They've given out like release months. They don't even have a specific day yet. Can you bring Cobra Kai Kid here? I don't know where he is. I would have messaged him before. Maybe let's see. You know what? I'm gonna maybe on Friday. We'll see if he's free. Team A1 Noi Anthony or whatever that's supposed to be. Maybe on Friday. We'll see. So anyway, so we're gonna get something on Friday. It may not be much. A lot of what they've done is not necessarily much. Bobby Digital, hey man. It is related, and by chance, I don't know what you mean, Anna Botch. How are they related? I still do think, by the way, the release date would be likely towards the end of the year. I said this in a previous stream. The CEO said fourth quarter. There could be business reasons, if especially they think a lot of people will sign up for the Netflix just to watch that. Maybe people do that. We don't know, but so definitely, I still think fourth quarter. I think later in the year is more likely. December, and if not December, maybe November. That's my own theory. September is the trailer. Yeah, I mean, a trailer could come out, in September. I don't think we're getting a trailer this week. I don't think we're getting a trailer on Friday. What I strongly suspect is going to be some sort of like interview, or something. That's what Stranger Things had. Stranger Things had a little interview with the Duffer Brothers today. Well, it wasn't even an interview. They just did a little like, hey guys, we're here, blah, 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 Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. This is today's.
And I think you know that.
Okay.
You guys need to upside down.
Here, so this is Stranger Things.
Yes, we also love other things. We love Anna Green Gables. We read the books when we were kids. We love the miniseries.
Sorry, guys,
That's
I
why we
was
have Hobbit
sped up.
reading.
This is how I watch stuff.
Anna Green Gables. We also big fans of Anne with an E, and we loved Amy Beth McNulty's portrayal.
So this
of
is the
Anne.
Duffer Brothers.
And
So this
we've
is
been
what was
dying
on
to work with
today,
her
you
ever
see.
since, and she
So
is our
I suspect
perfect
something
Vicky,
like
and
this.
She is here right now.
Hi. I'm so excited.
So this girl's going to be in Stranger Things. So this is like, and ultimately it's like, just kind of like, I stopped the run on that. Yeah, and then these two people are running it. So in the end, like it's really not that big of a reveal. Like, I mean, I guess it could be interesting. In fact, I pulled it up if you want to see quickly for what Stranger Things has. Basically, what they do is they introduce these four characters here, right? So, So this is the one they just introduced, Vicky, in the top left. Fast-talking band nerd who catches the eye of one of the heroes. Wow. How original. And then Patrick, the one below her on the bottom left, has a good life, basketball star, events spiraling out of control. They just have all these new characters. And that's all they introduced today. In the top right, Miss Kelly, a popular guidance counselor, and you're like, I've never heard of a popular guidance counselor. That doesn't even make any sense, right? Like, so, students who are struggling the most, and Chrissy, lead cheerleader, popular girl, dark secret. That's the bottom right. So so that's your new Stranger Things characters. Sean Kanan will do something like Stranger Things did. Chopstick and flies. Maybe. Omar Perez. Yeah, I know people don't necessarily know about Stranger Things. People like, but one of these days, I mean, I was going to make a Stranger Things video a long time ago, but I didn't. Does anyone think Tori has a big head? Josh Johnson. Do you mean like ego wise or like physically a large cranium? I don't know what you mean. I remember I watched Cobra Kai season 3 in one day. Mr. Sir Meow Mix, sneak peek, small trailer. See, I don't think so. I think it's going to be, I think an interview with Thomas Ian Griffith is quite likely. Something from him, maybe from set, even if they shot it back when they were still filming, or maybe when he was doing that promo thing. Like, you know, when they shot that promo thing, they released a couple weeks back now. So, like, I think maybe something along the lines with Thomas E. Griffith, something with the big three. There's just a lot of, like, things people, you know, that they've done in the week so far that we can kind of draw from. They did a table read, for one. Card Magic, Watch Party. Do you think in the All Valley tournament, would they have a girls tournament in season 4 or no? And would Terry Silver tell Robbie sweep the leg to Miguel in the All Valley tournament? Yes, I did predict that. They would have a girls tournament. It's something I'd been thinking about since January, and I made a video on that. You know, addressing all the sort of issues with the girls in the tournament and how it would be handled. So yes, in regards to sweeping the leg, well, that's the video I just made, sort of the Quicksilver method, and use it on Miguel. So yes, something like that. Stranger Things season 4 is still filming. Yes, and it's going to be filming like for another few months. It's going really slow. Say my name, Luka Doncic. Doncic, something like that. A new number, BR1. Yeah, there could be a new number in Stranger Things. I know, now we're switching back and forth. Team, what is your opinion of Robbie in season 3? I liked Robbie's story in season 3. I liked Robbie the most in season 3. He wasn't in it much, unfortunately, just because of, you know, the way the story was put together. But I did really like it. Where he's going from here, I don't know. Sam versus Tori, Dimitri versus Kyler, Hawk versus Sean, Miguel versus Robbie. Sounds good to me. Extreme Nation, Stranger Things stuff. Yes, there's just new. They just introduced new characters. Is all they did. You know, because why develop the characters you have when you can bring in 4 new ones? So I don't know how important they'll be. So, do you think Geeked Week is underwhelming so far? Well, since I didn't have high expectations to begin with, it was hard to be underwhelming. It's pretty much what I thought it was going to be, kind of duddy. So Cobra Kai is trash. Don't say that. So I didn't have high expectation. It seems to be going exactly the way I thought it would. It's just trying to be cool. Ugh, there's a lot of that, trying to be cool. Will there be a gender neutral tournament? Probably not. Rick. That's Chopstick and Flies. Johnny will get beaten up by Terry Silver. That's a good question. Terry Silver, you know, he's got to fight someone. He's got to get at least one fight somewhere. So we don't know. They may even fight. It may even be like Kreese and Terry against like generic bad guys or something at like a bar or something. There could be something fight like that. Not necessarily against Daniel and or Johnny. Do you think Sam will be the one to convince Robbie to return to Miyagi-Do by the end of season 4? No, but I think she'll try early in the season. I definitely imagine a scene within the first 3 episodes between Sam and Robbie. Sam going to Robbie to try and get him to leave. So I don't think she'll succeed at any point. Even if Robbie goes back to Miyagi-Do, I don't think it will necessarily be because of Sam. So gosh. I'm dreaming of a white belt Christmas. Yeah, but they'll be black belts. They get promoted to black belt for the tournaments. Chopstick and Fly. So if it drops in December, they'll be promoted to black belt. Who had a better character arc in your opinion? Steve from Stranger Things or Hawk from Cobra Kai. Hawk. I never really thought of comparing those two. Steve, I like his storyline. I think some people misunderstood him. So I was talking to a guy who just like, whenever I tweeted about Stranger Things, he would just start quizzing me on it. But Steve, like, people act like Steve was like this like mean bully or something, like, but like I think like if you see things from his perspective, he's you can really understand why he is the way he is, especially in season 1, where he doesn't necessarily come off very well, but there's reasons why he's like that. So to be honest, I hope Sam would lose in the next season so that she learns a thing or two. She hasn't lost the series yet for some reason, but Daniel did lose to Johnny the first time. Yeah, I mean, something like that. That's probably in their head. Hawk is more badass than Steve. Yeah, I do agree. Like, I mean, and Steve ultimately was like a second tier character in the show, especially in season 1. I mean, maybe he grew a little, but definitely Hawk is better if you're comparing those two. Teaser in August, September. Yeah, I actually agree. Late summer, probably. Figure like late summer for some sort of teaser or something. I don't think we're getting it soon. I don't think there'll be any sort of teaser on Friday. Like I said, I'm thinking like some interview, Thomas Ian Griffith, something like that. The Big Three with Thomas or one of them, something like that. Max from Stranger Things or Tori. I don't know. What are you asking between those two? You gotta put more than just listing them. Robbie has nothing to lose. His girl, his dad, his sensei let him down one way or another. I do think that. Yeah, that's definitely the point, where Robbie is. So, Mugen 92, definitely. Do you think Robbie will have influence over Tori to shift her thinking of leaving Cobra Kai? Both quick to trust when they feel it is a safe bet. I don't know about leaving Cobra Kai, but yes, Robbie may have influence over her in some capacity. So that would be interesting to see if that's developed well. So did I miss something? We just talked about Kyler in his Cobra Kai gi and some Stranger Things news and how this Geeked week is playing out, kind of little lackluster, but we'll see. Pop the question to Carmen. Actually, John Wells, I do at some point. Season 4 could be, but probably before the end of the series for sure. Maybe season 5, but definitely Johnny popping the question to Carmen. Good. Daniel will freeze up when he sees Terry Silver. Flashbacks will occur. I hope not. I think Daniel's past that. I mean, flashbacks will occur. They love flashbacks, but I think Daniel has a control of himself. I don't think he's going to be like that to Terry Silver. Mike Barnes may be a little bit more interesting, but not necessarily Terry Silver. Terry will take over the dojo, maybe. Stop asking for a face reveal. Chosen could beat Terry Silver in a fight, maybe. Probably. It's hard, whatever the plot requires. Daniel's going to be so mortified when he sees Terry Silver. I can't wait to see the look on his face. Yeah. But I don't think I don't see Daniel getting frozen even the way he was with Chosen. I think Daniel's a little bit past that. So Tori and Robbie will date. There will be Hawk versus Kyler. High chances of winning All Valley Tournament. Sam, Tori, Hawk, Kyler, Miguel, Robbie, Miguel, Hawk, Sam versus Kyler, and another. I don't. Okay. When will Robbie go back to the good side? Well, he joined the good side at the end of season 3, so hopefully he stays there, right? Cobra Kai Theory thinks Johnny would get floored by Terry Silver. Perhaps. But Johnny was able to hold his own against Kreese. So if he can hold his own against Kreese, why not Terry Silver? Oh. You make me do this. Do. Okay. Hope Billy comes back in season 4. Billy. Which Billy? John Bowerbach. I'd love to see Chosen again in another season. Yes. I would too. Really, I think he'll be back at least one more. I think they'd try to find a way to work him back in at least one more. Like maybe in Los Angeles or something, like some reunion episode. You figure something like that's going to happen. Maybe at the end of the series. Touch jump out from behind Kreese's life-size picture. Fun. I don't know if Touch will ever be back, but fun. A face reveal. It takes away the mystery, doesn't it? Billy. Oh wait, but Billy died in Stranger Things, didn't he? He's dead. I don't think he's back. I think he's good and dead. Cobra Kai edits. Also, I watched your earlier quartile of your stream and disagree with what you believe will appear Friday for Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai is nearing release, whereas Stranger Things is further away. Well, nearing release, I mean, compared to Stranger Things, yes. But nearing as in like within the next few months, no, I don't think so. You know, the fourth quarter, and you know, is what the CEO said. There's necessarily no reason to think that changed, and and they're not even finished in post production. They probably wouldn't be done with post production for maybe at least another month or so. By the end of this month, we'll see. So I don't think I don't know what you think is going to come, but I don't think anything super significant like a trailer, if that's what the thinking is. Parallels between Terry training Daniel now Terry training Robbie. Yes. And who will Terry train? Will he focus on Robbie? Focus on Tori? Will he focus on Kyler? Will he focus on everyone? You know, my video there on Quicksilver, I kind of laid it out. Everyone takes a piece of it. So we'll see. That is kind of an interesting thought. Is it like one-on-one training? Is he just up in the class teaching everyone? We'll see. Do you think Miyagi will lose the tournament? I suppose you mean Miyagi-Do, and yes, I do. Need some Hate Sam merch. Nexus of Hype. Maybe they do. What if I said like no Sam? Like instead of no ma'am, you said no Sam? Would people buy shirts that said no Sam? Stranger Things schedule is so off, everyone's losing interest. That is true. I mean, it just is what it is, unfortunately, because they're filming, I guess, slowly. They have a lot to shoot. It's complicated, special effects, everything. So, you know, I guess it unfortunately is what it is. You know, that it would have been out like by now or something had not, you know, everything from last year happened, but that's just the way it's going to be. So season 4 released on December 17th. Maybe. Why not December 19th though? Gonna take off. Take care, Rick. Chopstick and Flies. Thank you for stopping in. Ooh, no mercy matchups. Merch idea. No Sam's Land. No Sam's Land. No Sam's Land. No Sam. No Sam. Slammin' Sam. I don't know. What can we do with that? If you're wearing a shirt on that, though, people would be like, "What is? I don't get it." And they'd be like, "You don't watch Watch Party, do you?" Looks like they're 20 now. The Stranger Things cast looks like they're 20 now. Yes, that is correct. They do, because some of them are pretty close to that age now. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Character arc is better, Johnny or Billy? Yeah, I'm gonna say Johnny for that one. I mean, Billy's character arc isn't that interesting to me, like in terms of like character arc. Cobra Kai is getting darker with every season. That is correct. I do think it'll course correct probably in season 4. A little bit, and we may get a little bit even with Terry Silver. But hopefully it'll be a little bit not quite as deep and dark as season 3 was. No Mercy mashups. How is it? Do I become a moderator? Is it possible? It is possible, yes. Maybe I'll make you one. We'll see. Cobra Kai edit. Slip and Samantha. Good one. No, if it came out December 17th, yes. No matter what day it is, there's always someone who's like, "Oh, that's my birthday." So, who would Billy fight if he was in Cobra Kai? Fight Kyler. I feel like they would butt heads. Melissa Mitchell. Sam is the best character. Well, there you go. Stranger Things is going to lose its charm because everyone's growing up so fast. That's regrettably, well, it's true, but we'll have to see how it plays. I mean, in the end, the point is true, but you know, we'll have to see how it plays out because we don't know. You don't know. It could still work. Who will win the All Valley? I think Robbie will win. I kind of have a video on that. Robbie saves Cobra Kai. It's a popular one. Check it out. What if the story repeats with Robbie and Silver like with Daniel and Silver? Maybe, but Daniel isn't mad at Robbie the way Mr. Miyagi was mad at Daniel. Or kind of upset about Daniel. So the story's already different. So we'll see. Snake and Dennis, probably not in season 4. Well, maybe if Terry Silver just, because those two were Terry Silver's lackeys, right? They worked with Mike Barnes, but they were Silver's lackeys. So if there's both still Silver's lackeys, maybe. I guess it's possible. I don't know. We'll see. Any estimates in Daniel LaRusso's net worth? Several million. He owns 4 car dealerships. which are going to be worth a lot. So, because those things are multi-million-dollar businesses. Will Samantha ever learn accountability, or will she forever remain delusional? Well, it's interesting. There was an interview. Maybe I should have made a video on this. I don't know. With Mary Mauser. It was a print interview back in March or so. This is Mugen92 who asked this. Will Samantha ever learn accountability? And in that interview, Mary said she would love for Sam to get the other perspective. Oh, I don't remember the precise wording, how Mary worded it, but I would love for like Sam to get a little more perspective on what she does or the consequences of her actions, something to that extent. I don't remember precisely how she worded it. But this was when they were shooting season 4 here in like February or March. This interview came out. What it implied to me originally, like the way Mary seemed to be saying that, is like it wasn't going to happen in season 4, at least hadn't yet in what they shot, but I don't know. So maybe on some level, I don't know. How do you even play it? I don't know. Who knows? 4-way brawl in the end between Johnny, Daniel, Kreese, and Silver. Maybe, but we already had a 3-way brawl with Johnny, Daniel, and Kreese, and now just adding Silver, it just kind of feels like a repeat. Pressure point. I don't think we'll see the pressure point technique used again. Cobra Kai edits. It's unfortunately the show does like kind of have a way of introducing something and then not using it again. So tournament will be a draw. Could be. Melissa. Oh, I don't know. Okay, let's see. References from Stranger Things season 3. Yeah, Ralph Macchio was in Stranger Things season 3. The picture, and then I wonder what it's like to kiss. Or she's like, he must be a good kisser or something. Where do you think Terry Silver has been in the past 30 years? I do think Terry Silver, I think he still has his business and he's still a success in some fashion or whatever. He's still rich. So I think Terry Silver will be much like the way we saw him in Karate Kid 3. Sean TC, thank you. Interesting, fun theory. What if Kreese or even Silver turned out to be Johnny's actual dad? Well, the theory has been around for a while. So, I mean, definitely that theory's been around for a while. I don't necessarily think so. Because here's the thing. If Kreese were Johnny's dad, right? Theoretically, his mom would have known that when Johnny signed up for Cobra Kai, right? Like, she would have been like, oh, wait a second. This is the guy I slept with, 13 years ago, 14 years. How old was he? Like 12 or something? 11 when he joined Cobra Kai in that flashback. Like his mom would have known. So we'll assume the answer to that is no, because you just can't really like square that. How was he in Cobra Kai with Kreese for 4 or 5 years and never knew that the guy teaching him was actually his dad when his mom's like dropping him off for class and everything. Okay, Thenura Rivendra, thank you. Stingray should ideally be Silver's new lackey unless he gets a spinoff post season 2. You know what? I kind of like that idea of like Stingray joining up with even Snake and Dennis or whatever. So that's kind of not a bad idea. Stingray kind of working for Silver. He did want that security job, right? So maybe Silver will hire him. That's a nice one, Thenura. Kreese turn against Silver? I don't think so. John Wells, could we see Allie again? It's possible, but not in any significant way. Her story part there is mostly done. Would Silver beat Daniel? Perhaps if they fought. Got Daniel off guard. Cobra Kai edits. Since the prom scene has been confirmed, I think Cobra Kai will ambush the prom and Robbie may break someone's nose. Why are they ambushing the prom? In like someone like Kyler, is he going to prom? Why is he ambushing it? I said in a video, there's a history of fights breaking out at dances in the Karate Kid universe, in the Miyagi verse. Even in Karate Kid 4 when they were doing the bungee jump thing, but I don't necessarily think like an ambush. Like, what are they attempting to accomplish? And why aren't they going to them? I mean, still most of the Cobra Kai kids go to the school other than Robbie and Tori. So what are they trying to accomplish by ambushing their own prom? Tori will try to kill Sam in season 4. I hope not. No Mercy match. Watch Party fan page. Hey, Watch Party fan page on Instagram. Give them a follow. I have my own fan page right there. Did you ever acknowledge that Rick Perez wasn't Miguel's dad? Oh, God. Yeah. There was really no reason to. Unfortunately, his character was so insignificant it never even warranted a mention in a video or anything. You want to see something funny, though. There's a podcast, the Cobra Guys, find the Cobra Guys podcast and listen to their recap of 301 there. They talk about it. That's just really, really wild the way they talk about it. I do recommend the Cobra Guys. You may see them on this channel sometime soon. See them or hear them, we'll see. But they're a Cobra Kai podcast. Do really funny stuff. Just sort of funny the way they recap the show and talk about stuff. So listen to their 301, their review recap of the first episode of season 3. They bring that up and they do it really well. So. Let's see. Silver Gibbon owned by Daniel. Cobra Kai season 4 is coming quickly compared to previous seasons. That is correct. It'll likely be a year, less than a year. If it's fourth quarter, like December, it is less than a year. So, that's a pretty good turnaround. I guess actually, season 2 came out less than a year after season 1 by a few weeks, but so I figure about the same. Oh, Matthew, did I say that? I probably did. I might have brought it up there in the season 3 discussion stream after. Yeah, I mean, definitely, it's just long. It's, it's not. So I don't even want to get into it, but So, Kreese was Johnny's dad all along. Yeah, like I just said, it would be too hard to explain how, like, his mom didn't know he was learning karate from his dad for like 4 or 5 years. Do you think Miguel will fully recover in season 4 near the finale? Yes, I do think is on something level their probably intention is that Miguel is mostly recovered by the end of season 3. We'll see if like injuries re-happen or something. Lieutenant Seti, watch party. I know this is kind of brutal, but do you think Hawk will get jumped? And how do you think he would do? Or aftermatch is the better question. Yeah. That seems very likely. Somebody jumping Hawk, losing the hairdo, which is brutal. I agree. Hate to see it happen. Watch Party, when you measured the script for season 4, was it legit? Yes, the page count. Betsy is Tori's mom. I have a video on that way back right after season 3 came out. The Tori Kreese connection, Dragon Ball Radiant. There should be, let's see, there should be more specific scenes when we get more background on other characters. Every episode should be an hour. Yeah, it really just comes down to time, Armando. The reason why they don't have longer, more expanded story like that is just because it's a half-hour show. So Mike Barnes and Julie had Tori together. Oh, guys, we have to get away from this. We have to get away from this. Mark Conahay. Hey, thanks for stopping back in, man. If you look at the series' original timeline, this would get the show back on the original timeline for the show's releasing for the original years. I do think so, yeah, if things get sped up a little bit. Cobra Kai edits. Were you saying Ralph said there are less fights? I think he specifically was referring to himself, not necessarily less fights overall. There's probably still going to be a lot of fighting, even if it's like at the dojo. But I don't think Ralph is getting into fights, because if you recall in season 3, especially, he had all those fights with Chosen. But, like, they were all at different locations, too. So, like, they were all shot on different days. So, for, like, shooting-wise, for him, it was, like, a big deal, like, because he had all those fights. Armando, more Stranger Things character analysis in the future? Yes. I had ideas, and I just never got to them. Some stuff happened. But if people want Stranger Things videos, we certainly could make it happen. Let me know if you want more. Who would win, Billy or Hawk? If it's a straight up fight, I'm giving a little edge to Hawk. No Mercy Theory. In the finals of the All Valley, Kreese orders Robbie to attack the back, and Miguel gets hurt. He is panicking, giving Daniel memories of Karate Kid 3. Gives the same talk to him. Miguel refocuses. Yes, attack the back. I put that in my video. That's from my video. Robbie saves Cobra Kai. Kreese orders attack the back. Would love to see it happen. Attack the back. So, flashback of Hawk's parents reacting to him getting a mohawk. What do you think? It's a thing that's like fun, but where does it fit in? I guess it could happen after he loses the mohawk. So maybe less violent overall. Is that how he worded it? Cobra Kai edits? Less violent. Okay. I mean, definitely, but there still could be fighting, but the fighting is in like the context of like training in class. Like they're fighting in class. So it's like, it's not like violent like that, but there's still fighting. We'll see. I definitely think, it's not as dark as season 3 was. So like I said, like I think it's season 4 is going to turn that corner, so to speak. Backstory in Bert season 4. Part of the fun of Bert and like Nate is you don't really kind of know, and you just kind of like are filling in gaps, and like, so like they could, but part of the fun of it is just sort of like the guessing of it. You don't really know. Miguel could walk in on Johnny and Carmen kissing from the Watch Party fan page. You know what? It's definitely something that could happen at some point. So it's definitely in the cards. That's actually a good thought. The question is, does he know they're together or not? That seems to not be known. So definitely, I think that, in fact, they may go for that. It's fun. You really need to make more Stranger Things videos. 1, 2, and 3 Legos. Okay. We'll try and get some. We'll see how this summer goes. If we have like a year before the next Stranger Things season comes out, we'll see. No Mercy mashups. Agree with Hawk getting his mohawk shaved. Definitely think Kyler could be the one as a way to discourage him and get revenge for Brox. Yeah. Mark McConaughey, I was just saying the reason they're releasing season 4 so fast is because the extra year between 2 and 3 being a year and a half. Don't think season 5 will come out as quickly. Yeah, it depends on partially when the writing room happens. So season 4 was mostly written like last fall. They did the writing room. So like they were done writing season 4 before season 3 came out. They won't be able to write season 5 theoretically, at least until they finish at least post-production. So not till like late summer could they even begin writing season 5, but they may not. The big three have other shows they're working on, Obliterated and such. So we'll just have to wait and see. Chris, we just got here, so we were just a little recapping this Geeked week, what we think is going to happen. It'll be on Friday. Talked a little bit about what came out, Stranger Things news or lack of news, somewhat today. So, and then just sort of talking here. I think I'm going to wrap it up in just a minute here. We'll go. No Mercy mashups. Do you have a script for your videos or is it all improv? The videos are written. Yes. I scripted out first. And honestly, that's part of the reason why sometimes they take a while to make, because I spend at this time I spend more time writing the videos than I do even editing them. So luckily it used to take just as long, but I've managed to speed up the editing process, so a lot of times I can edit really quick now, which I'm very thankful for. It used to take a long time, but I upgraded my systems, but still the writing process, so it takes a while. Most important things you would like to see from season 4 for show to keep turning another corner and not regress, from Carlos Ramirez there. It's kind of an interesting question. Definitely, like, I think it's turning a corner. It's not so much turning a corner per se, or just like progressing naturally with the story as it's unfolding. You know, now Robbie's in Cobra Kai, and now we have a whole new series of situations. Kreese calls in Terry Silver, and then all the other Miyagi-Do, Eagle Fang characters, sort of how are they progressing and adapting to the situations that happened. And so with the tournament at the end. So it's, as long as there's like progression in the story and it doesn't get stagnant and it doesn't just inherently keep repeating the same story beats again and again. At least identical story beats. So I think that's sort of, if that can answer your question, the best way for it to keep going and not regressing. Bold One, do you think Aisha will return next season? I was hopeful, but not anymore. I don't think so. We may not see Aisha again unless she comes back in like a one episode wrap up the character sort of thing. But What would you rate the LaRusso House fight and the RK Juvie fight? It depends really on what context. I do prefer the RK Juvie fight, at least in terms of story and pretty coolness too. Like especially Robbie in that fight is pretty phenomenal, jumping off the walls and everything. So, I mean the house fight has an epic feel to it. I feel like there were some mistakes in it, and it was clearly choreographed quickly. It's just, yeah, there's just, I feel it could have been better. I don't know how else to word that. Like, it's the sort of thing, like, if you're just a fan watching, you may not necessarily notice it, but like, there's a lot of like poor, like choreography where they're not even like fighting. They're just kind of there with their hands on each other just to fill the time and space. That's the problem with the house fight. Like, it's like, if you look at it a little bit more closely, you see like a little bit of nonsense. And like, I pointed some of that out in my video, the Russo Mance Brawl. If you look at that video, I make some points in there and I point some of it out. Some of it's just the house fight. It's not as good as it should have been. Part of it is they choreographed it literally at the last minute. So it is what it is. Watch Party fan page. I really want to see someone falling on the ice in the hockey. If they're on ice, that could happen. Someone may fall. Thenora Ravendra, thank you. With superheroes being popular, do you think the big three will ever do a movie show in the superhero genre? I'd kill for a Power Rangers movie from them. I think they're making already another Power Rangers movie. They made one a few years ago. I don't know. It dudded out. I actually saw it. But I mean, it had some good moments and good parts in it. And then like other parts, you're like, wow, this is kind of stupid. I don't think necessarily that's where they're leaning towards. They tend to have stuff like more grounded in reality. Like even like your Harold and Kumar, they did American Reunion. I mean, I guess, Cobra Kai, it's like, it's not straight up superpowers, right? So everything is kind of somewhat more grounded in reality. He did say once on a note, we'd love to play in the Star Wars universe once. The problem with that is if you go into Star Wars, you're taking on all the baggage with it. I don't necessarily know if I'd want to see them do that. I don't know about Power Rangers. It depends. Like, so they have a show at what is it, TBS or TNT, called Obliterated. That they're like halfway writing the first season. Then they stopped because of all the COVID stuff. This is last year. And so presumably it'll start back up at some point. But that's like a show on a bomb squad. It's like more actiony, but not superhero-y. It's a real, like, police officers and stuff, looking for a bomb or something, got 24 hours to find something. So what do you think of Miguel's chances to win the All Valley? They're pretty good, but I do think Robbie's going to win Phantom Animations. When Barnes comes in, could we find him bitter about Terry Silver and Kreese and the way they used him? Maybe, but it's, again, you hope it's like 30 years. I like to think Barnes was a huge MMA champion or something, and he barely remembers it, or it's just the one fight he lost. John Vales, will Stranger Things season 4 be the scariest? I don't know. We don't know. It's going to be in Russia. They're in Kamchatka and I think the East Coast. So they're going to be all over. So it'll be bigger for sure. Omar Perez, good night. Face reveal. Why would you ever want that? It takes away the mystery. Dimitri or Kyler in tournament setting? Lieutenant Seti. I don't know. A lot of Kyler's fighting style isn't necessarily legal from, his wrestling moves, but he's probably more aggressive than Dimitri. I don't know. It's a tough one. Dimitri's gotten better. How would you react to Tori getting a gun? Yeah. They're just not going to go that way, so. Cobra Kai kids get in trouble breaking the LaRusso house. Is breaking Tori's parole? Yes. It's technically probation, not parole, but yeah. And so I think on some way they'll just sweep it aside. They'll just say, you know what, we didn't want to press charges or something like that. I mean, just some sort of plot device to get rid of it. How do you think they'll explain Silver's return? I Phantom Animation 64. Kreese called Terry Silver at the end of season 3. I think he shows up at the beginning of season 4 in episode 1. That's how it is. It ended with him saying, you ever need me, I'm there for you. I mean, it's funny because people say like, oh, I think Terry Silver will come in the last episode. And it's like, really? Like, the season 3 ended with Terry Silver being like, I'm there for you your whole life. And you think Kreese calls Terry Silver and says, hey, and then Terry Silver's like, okay, good. I'll be there in like 4 months. Nah. Episode 1, Terry Silver shows up. Come on. What Cobra Kai and Stranger Things characters do you relate to the most? Well, I don't know. As I was just thinking, people talk about like representation, and I was just thinking, I don't think I've ever once seen a character that I relate to in a show or movie. None of them, but I do like Hawk and Johnny in Cobra Kai. In Stranger Things, a lot of the boys. I mean the boys, Mike and maybe not as much Will. I don't know, but some of the boys I have like they all remind me a little bit of me, in some ways and not in others. So I hope that question kind of like it helps you. More backstory scenes with Kreese and Silver. Yes, Matthew 575. I covered that in a video. I think we're gonna get some. Probably at the founding of the Cobra Kai dojo, maybe getting the tattoos. Spoiler. But they were looking for a 1970s era tattoo artist, so someone to play for casting. So put it together. 1970s era tattoo artist. Like, what do you think they're gonna do? Like, so you're gonna get that backstory for sure. Watch party fan thing. Let's see. We'll go an hour, so it's a couple minutes more. Who is more bangable, Miguel or Kreese? We'll leave that to the girls, I guess. I don't know. What would you think Terry Silver would just come alone? I don't know what you're asking. Theory, Robbie says to Miguel about Sam, she doesn't love you, she loves me. A reverse in season 2. School fights in season 2 are always reversing. Yeah, but like Miguel was on top of her at the dojo when their dad walked in with a little intense tongue action. So it's not like Miguel's going to be like, believe him. So... what do you think Amanda's reaction to Silver will be? I don't know. She may not even meet him. We'll see. I don't know. but Amanda is more or less all on board with Daniel, and now even Daniel and Johnny's sort of like team up. So it'll be like a get 'em sort of attitude, I guess. Will Robbie hurt Dimitri or Sam? If they fight him, I don't think he's going to intentionally like just go out and fight him. Okay, it's 10 o'clock. I've gone just over an hour now. I got to go downstairs and do some stuff. So, and I'm working on a video. Sorry, like I said, I'm writing it as soon as I get it written, and I haven't gotten much writing over the past day because of annoying stuff. So thank you everyone for coming in. It was fun to talk about that, talk new Stranger Things characters and all that. We're going to take off and